Welcome everyone to our blue carpet pre-show to the 2013 Quill Awards.
Hi, I'm Ruta. And I'm Kate, and we're your blue carpet correspondents for the night. And in just a second, we have Tiffany Schmidt, author of Send Me a Sign. Hi, Tiffany. Fashionable as always. Who are you wearing?
A dress from the back of my closet. Heels, though I don't really expect they'll stay on for very long, and a necklace I borrowed from my sister.
Send Me a Sign is nominated for 2 Quill Awards tonight. What do you think of the competition?
Have you seen my competition? Have you read them? They're fabulous. I am so honored to be in categories with such spectacular other books.
Music plays a big role for your characters, especially Guyver, who was nominated in the Blokes and Gents category tonight. Does music play a similar role in your own life?
If I had one wish, it would be for musical talent. I cannot carry a tune to save my life or play even a recorder, but music is an essential part of my writing process, and each of the playlists that Guyver creates in the book I have saved on my computer somewhere.
If your twins were able to read this book, what do you think they would say?
I don't know, let's ask them. Hey Schmidt, let's come here. Come here. Hey, what do you think of Mama's book?
Yeah.
You like it? It's a good book? All right, what do you think of Mama's book? Oh, monkey, what do you think of Mama's book? Yeah? Makes you kick your legs?
And here comes Adrienne Kress, author of The Friday Society. Hi, Adrienne. I love your outfit. Who are you wearing?
Oh, it's an original sparkle mix sparkle.
There is one aspect of steampunk fashion that you could bring back. What would it be? Are you more a corset girl or top hats and goggles?
That's an interesting question. I do like corsets and I love goggles. I think everyone should just wear goggles every day. But if I could bring back one prop from sort of the steampunk era, it would have to be a walking stick. Maybe a nicely steampunk tricked out walking stick with a hidden sword on the inside. I think that would be my choice.
Friday Society follows 3 very intelligent and intriguing young women. Cora, Mikiko, and Nellie. Which one are you most like? And do you wish you could be more like one of them?
I really don't think there's one of the 3 main characters of the Friday Society I'm most like. I think there's parts of me in every character. So Cora is the organizer, she's the team leader, and in my other capacity as actor/director, I've produced a lot of plays and directed them, and so I tend to organize things like that. Also her fondness for problem solving, I definitely share. With Nellie, whenever I get really excited, I sort of become very young and very excited and turn into like a 10-year-old or something, like right now, for example. And it's the same with Nellie. Nellie's just always very bubbly and enthusiastic when she gets enthusiastic. And with Michiko, I think I share her desire for perfectionism, which of course is totally unattainable, so therefore I then also share her frustration. And I, like her, need to learn to just relax and understand that there will be flaws and things can never be perfect.
Who do you hope to meet tonight?
Oh, I guess, well, obviously I'm very excited to meet my fellow nominees who are incredible writers, and I have a great deal of respect for all of them. But I have to say I am very excited to watch Hugh Jackman host tonight.
I don't think Hugh Jackman's hosting tonight, Adrienne.
No?
Don't think so.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
I'm just going. Oh, hi. Hi.
Oh, and here comes Katie McGarry, author of Pushing the Limits. Hi, Katie. Let me just say, you look absolutely ravishing. Who are you wearing tonight?
This is totally JCPenney Outlet.
I feel like everyone I talk to has recommended Pushing the Limits to me. What do you think makes that story resonate so strongly?
I think that the reason so many people are enjoying Echo and Noah's story is because it's a story of hope. Overall, Echo and Noah have a lot of obstacles that they have to overcome, some very devastating circumstances in their path. And together they find true love. They find that type of love that we all hope for. And through that love they find hope. And I think that's the biggest gift that any of us can give each other is hope. And I think that when readers go through their journey and they have that sense that, you know, things aren't going to be perfect, but things are going to be okay, I think that's the thing that they really cling to with the story.
What has been your favorite author moment since being published?
Definitely meeting fans. That has been the biggest surprise. I loved writing Pushing the Limits. I love Echo and Noah, and it's so exciting to see that other people love them as well. So when I go to signings and people come up and they want to hug and they want pictures and they want to talk about Echo and they want to talk about Noah, that has definitely been the most exciting moments for me.
And now we have with us Marissa Meyer, author of Scarlet. Marissa, you look fantastic. Who are you wearing?
Thank you so much. This is an authentic Camille Levy and happens to be the dress that I wore to the launch party of Cinder, so I'm hoping it brings me good luck tonight.
Wolf was such a surprising character. A street fighter that's shy and courteous. I don't think I've ever come across that before. How did you come up with that combination of characteristics?
Well, thank you. I was aiming to find a way to create a bad boy. I mean, he is the big bad wolf, but not to make him such an expected archetype. So for that, I dug a little deeper into his history and past and uncovered this kind of shy awkwardness that counteracted the bad boyness.
Are you more a Cinder or a Scarlet?
Honestly, I'm such a girly girl. I'm not really like either one of them. Of all the main characters in this series, I relate most to Kress, who is my Rapunzel character and the main character of book 3.
One of my favorite aspects of the world of the Lunar Chronicles is the way you go back to some of the earliest renditions of fairy tales and incorporate those cultures into your own setting. Should we be expecting the same thing for Kress and Winter?
Well, thank you so much. I'm glad that you like the settings. For book 4, Winter, it actually takes place mostly on Luna, the moon, which is completely my own imagination, not from the fairy tales. But book 3, Kress, a lot of that takes place in the desert, and in some early renditions of Rapunzel, we are told that Rapunzel wanders through a great wilderness or a desert. So that was the inspiration for that.
Here comes Diana Peterfreund, the author of For Darkness Shows the Stars. Diana, you're looking beautiful. Who are you wearing?
Oh, thank you. I like my dress too. I decided to come tonight dressed up like Persis, the heroine of my October book, Across a Star-Swept Sea.
Jane Austen has been pretty popular lately with retellings. From the Lizzie Bennet Diaries to Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. What drew you to Persuasion?
Well, I discovered Jane Austen in high school myself, so I think she translates perfectly into the young adult field, and, you know, her stories resonate today, and I think that's why we see so many people going back to Jane Austen with the Lizzie Bennet Diaries, or Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, or Clueless, which is one of my favorite Jane Austen retellings. My book, For Darkness Shows the Stars, is based on Persuasion, and the reason I picked Persuasion is because not only is it my favorite Jane Austen novel, but it's also one that hasn't really been used before. You know, Pride and Prejudice, there's been lots of stuff, and Emma, there's Clueless, and really there's lots of different ones, but Persuasion, I thought, was just ripe for a retelling, and so that's why I decided to do it.
Who do you hope to meet inside tonight?
Ooh, I don't know. Who's in there? Is Henry Cavill in there? Because, yeah, definitely Superman.
And now we have Tamara Ireland Stone, author of Time Between Us. I have to ask, who are you wearing?
I am wearing this beautiful gown that I found at Target, and isn't it incredible? And it shows a little leg, and yeah, it feels just stunning.
Your novel is nominated in the Magic and Mechanics category. It reads very much like a contemporary, but then it has those magical sci-fi elements that come along with time travel. When asked to categorize it, what do you say?
So as a reader, I have to say I love reading all different kinds of books, but I'm especially interested in those stories that don't neatly fit into any genre. And so I really enjoy reading those types of stories, and that's the kind of story I wanted to write. I tend to think of it as contemporary with a twist, because it takes place in a world you know. Even though it's 1995, it's very much a current setting, and it very much feels like a contemporary book in its style, but there's something a little interesting and different and a little bit magical going on.
Concerts are huge for Bennett. What has been the most amazing concert you've attended?
Hands down, Foo Fighters in 2006 at the Berkeley Community Theater, which is actually the auditorium of Berkeley High School. So it's this incredibly small venue. The stage is really close, and we were in the third row, so I could actually see Dave Grohl chewing his gum. And he was just right there playing acoustic guitar. They had a huge group of people playing with them. So all that great Foo Fighters stuff that sounds really great and rockin' when you hear it live was all stripped down and just raw acoustic, and it was gorgeous. And it was a fantastic concert. I will never forget it.
Anna and Bennett visit some amazing and sometimes obscure locations. How did you go about picking all those destinations? Did you personally visit them?
So in all the cases, and I'm not sure I'll say where they go because I don't want to give too much about the story away, but yes, I've been to all those places, and for me, I just wasn't a huge traveler when I was younger. I didn't really have this big desire to see the world, and my husband, then boyfriend, did, and so we went to some pretty amazing places when we were first dating and newly married, and so we got to see some really beautiful parts of the world, and I just wanted to be able to bring those places to readers and to introduce them to some of these really different and interesting and gorgeous locations. And sadly, a lot of the places that are featured, or at least a couple of the places that are featured in the book, were so different when I was there in 1996 and 97 than they are today. So they're a lot more touristy now, and the tone has changed a little bit. So I loved for myself being able to kind of lock them in my memory as they were when they were more pristine beaches without a bunch of resorts on them, and kind of picture them the way they used to be.
If you were in a similar time travel relationship, would you rather be the Anna or the Bennett, meaning the person who gets left behind or the person who travels away?
That one's easy. I think it's always harder to be the one left behind than the one who does the leaving. So I would gladly be Bennett over Anna and be the one who's got the ability to come and go, as opposed to the person who's kind of left behind and feeling the absence of that person.
And J.J.Howard, author of That Time I Joined the Circus, will be joining us in just a minute. Hi J.J. May I just say, you look amazing. Who are you wearing tonight?
Thank you. Tonight I'm going vintage.
You're a high school English teacher who just recently published her debut. What have your students' reactions been? Did any of them beta read for you?
And I am a high school English teacher, and my students were kind of excited when they found out that I had a book coming out. And I think they listen to me just a tiny bit more now when I tell them good ways to write. I kind of knew what I was talking about before, but now they actually listen. A couple of students have actually beta read for me, so that's pretty exciting. I've got actual teenagers telling me what works and what doesn't work, and what sounds like a teenager and doesn't sound like a teenager.
Does That Time I Joined the Circus have any sort of theme song?
I think my favorite song to perfectly match the book would be The Trapeze Swinger by Iron and Wine. And it's kind of obvious choice, but if you listen to the lyrics, it's kind of a sad song, and even though there's some funny parts in the book, it's also kind of a sad book, and there's also that little circus angle going with it.
So, did you ever run away and join a circus? Do you have any experiences that compare to those of Lexi's?
I have never run away to join the circus. Much like Lexi, I have no skills that would directly translate to the circus. I think I would probably be okay at reading tarot cards too, especially if there was a guy named Nick who was super cute who helped out from time to time. But no, I've never had an experience that exciting. I'm, kind of been in school my entire life because I became a teacher right after finishing school myself, so it's kind of an imagination thing.
What has been your favorite author moment since being published?
My favorite author moment, I have a couple. I guess probably picking up my advanced reading copy actually came while I happened to be in New York City, because I live far, far away in Florida, and I got to go down to Scholastic and pick it up, and then I was just walking around the city with like 5 copies of my book, and it was really, really exciting.
And here's a special guest correspondent with Ruta Sepetys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ryan Seabreast with CFO News on the blue carpet in Nashville, Tennessee at the Quill Awards. We have author Ruta Sepetys here with us today, author of Out of the Easy. So Ruta, you're nominated in the category of Yesteryear. How's that feel?
It feels great. I'm so excited to represent historical fiction. It's really important to me.
You must be excited because historical fiction is boring and I don't think many people like it.
I beg to differ. I think people do like historical fiction.
It's trivia at a party. That's what they use it for.
Okay, well, maybe it's not, the hot chick at a party, but it's important. It gives us an opportunity to bring...
Okay, what? Name one good historical fiction book.
To Kill a Mockingbird.
Boring.
Cold Mountain.
That's a movie.
It was a book before it was a movie.
Renee Zellweger was in it. I've seen it.
Do you read books?
Actually, I just wrote a book.
You did?
Not a biography. Of course. Grab the bull by the horns. Bobby, come feel her skin.
No, really? Seriously? Oh, that's lovely. Let's feel your skin. Oh, no, seriously. Oh.
I don't get results like that. What do you use?
Are you being serious?
Yeah. So what are you wearing?
I am wearing a vintage dress from my hometown of Detroit. It's from Saks Fifth Avenue on Woodward Avenue from 1948.
Your legs look fantastic.
Oh my, thank you.
Oh, you should be in the category of vixen. That's where all the Quill hotties hang out.
Oh.
Put a couple vampires in your stories.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Gave you a new character for your book.
I guess, yes, thank you.
So you want to throw some thank yous out to your publisher?
Yes, thank you, I do. I'm so excited that Out of the Easy is nominated in the category of yesteryear, and I wanted to thank my publisher, Philomel, and my agent, and most of all the readers and everyone who voted. So thank you so much, I really appreciate it.
Hey, Bobby, can you get a picture? Great, it was good seeing you.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Okay, am I done?
Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Man, she was good looking for an older chick. I really enjoyed that.
Okay, this is not real. No, it cannot be real. There's just no way. I mean, his face is orange like a Oompa Loompa, and his neck is white. I'll take a picture. And he is so close. It's so awkward. And
Right.
he is totally not reading the room. Like, I'm moving back, and he keeps moving in.
Surprise!
Oh, God!
Ready to go?
Yeah, just
Ready to get back? All right.
2 seconds. I'm just talking to my agent. I'll be... Yeah, if I could just have 2 seconds.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah.
So whatever that was wraps up our blue carpet pre-show. Now let's go inside for the ceremony.